Disgraced film producer Harvey Weinstein officially resigning from the Weinstein Company today after the Weinstein Company board voted to ratify his firing last week. This after more than 30 women have accused him of sexual harassment, even rape. And now this, a British aristocrat, heiress to the Guinness fortune, who helped run Weinstein's Miramax book unit, was one of the first in the country to blow the whistle on Harvey Weinstein as a predator and for his sexual abuse. That was 7 years ago in her 2010 memoir. So much so, Harvey Weinstein threatened to sue her into silence. She also dated Weinstein's brother, Bob. Joining me now, the author of Why Not Say What Happened, Ivana Lowell. It's good to see you, Ivana. You know, I was just thinking, the name of your book, that should be the new social media meme for what's going on with Harvey Weinstein, right?
Exactly. I said what happened, and it was why not say what happened, and I did.
What happened?
Well, I met Harvey in 1989. I was a young actress, and I'd come to New York to kind of make it big, and I met him at Elaine's, and I was kind of disillusioned with the whole acting thing. And I was actually thinking about going back to London, and I was introduced to Harvey, and he said, "Oh, if you want to learn everything about the movie business, come and work for me." And he said, "Come to my office tomorrow morning." And I was kind of flattered and interested, and I thought it would be interesting to go. So I did. I turned up bright and early the next day, and he was surrounded by pretty young assistants, and they were all kind of tiptoeing around him and obviously nervous about him. And we had a good conversation, and we discussed what I would do, and I would go and work for the literary division, which he wanted to start up. We had lunch, and then we went back up to his office, and he shut the door, and he went behind his desk, and he said, "Do you like oral sex?"
He asked you if you liked oral sex.
He asked me if I liked
oral sex. And what did you do?
I was so shocked. I thought that he was joking, or that this was kind of some sort of twisted test that he was just foisting upon me. I didn't know what to do, but I knew that some line had been crossed. I just didn't know exactly what line it was. I was shocked.
You were shocked. And then we heard that you went home that night and he showed up unannounced at your apartment door. It sounds like he may have paid off the doorman to get into your apartment building, right? To show up your apartment.
Exactly.
I mean, that's really intimidating.
It was intimidating, and I opened the door, and he didn't even bother to go to the living room. He just went straight into my bedroom and lay down on my bed, and he asked me to give him a massage. And by massage, I assumed he meant something more sexual. And I just said, absolutely not. I declined, and I sat on a chair far away from him. And he just lay there, and he just ranted about work and business and his brother and how everyone's out to get him. And I just was thinking, how long am I going to have to put up with this?
And what, did he finally just leave?
Finally.
But you're the famous poet Robert Lowell's daughter.
Exactly.
And he did that to you. And this is before anybody knew. This is Sex, Lies, and Videotape, right? When
yes,
that
exactly.
movie just came out. So he wasn't that famous, and he was doing this back then. So then you write the book, you put this scenario, what happened, in the book, and then what happened?
Just shortly after it was published, I felt the full wrath of the Weinstein Company. I had Harvey screaming at me, saying that I make him look like a pervert. And I said, yes, so, because everyone knew that Harvey was a pervert and a sexual predator. We just didn't know the full extent. And actually, in my book, I was quite lenient. Now, given everything else that I've heard and what's happened, I should have come down on him much harder. And
so it sounds like you feel badly about it, but it's hard. I mean, you're trying to break through and say this is going on,
yeah.
And he's threatening to sue you. So we want to get back. I mean, you dated Bob Weinstein. Now he's got sexual harassment allegations. The head of the Amazon studio is also in trouble, Roy Price. I think he resigned. The news is he resigned today. What does this story tell you about the swamp that is Hollywood?
I'm just every day I'm just getting more and more angry that this is happening.
But they lecture the world about how to live and how to behave,
exactly.
and how to think, right?
Exactly. It's so hypocritical. It's got to stop. I just hope that Harvey is a sort of catalyst for all women to come out and say what happened. Tell people. I mean, I didn't have social media back then. We didn't have Facebook or I didn't even have a cell phone, so I didn't have a voice. But now women have a voice, and with all this, we've got to speak out. It's just I'm so angry, and it's just the magnitude, and just so many women now. And
do you think Hollywood has changed forever, the way it does business? I mean, time and again, Hollywood uses its bully pulpit to tell the world and America how to think when this is going on behind the scenes, right? Do you think it changes now?
I really hope so. I really hope so. I just hope that this is giving women the courage to come out and say and tell people and speak, and don't be afraid, and don't let these bullies get you. I mean, why should we? Why?
So now the news is breaking that there's a child abuse sex scandals going on in Hollywood as well. I'm sure you've heard of that as well, too.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
No.
That there was a ring going on in Hollywood. That's the news that's coming out as well.
Oh, my goodness. This is just, when will it end?
Yeah.
Where will it end?
So, Ivana, you're going to continue, right? You're going to continue?
Oh, I am absolutely going to continue. I'm going to carry on.
Okay.
I have to.
All right. Good to see you, Ivana Lowell. Get her book. So terrific. Why not say what happened? That should be the new social media theme on this story. Good to see you, Ivana. Come back soon.